I spend over 1000 hours inside Claude and I use it every single day to build tools, run workflows and even automate my process. And look, you might feel super productive using Claude right now, but what if I told you are just barely scratching the surface? In this video, I'm going to walk you through every level of Claude user from the amateur all the way to the one who builds fully autonomous system without lifting a finger. Let's start with level 1, the amateur. See, the amateur treats Claude like a fancy Google search. One question in and the response back, and they close the tab. There's no memory, there's no projects. Claude has no idea what you're working on and you are using maybe 5% of what Claude can do. It's like having access to NASA supercomputer and calculating 2 plus 2. So if you are at this level, there are 2 pro tips that can help you level up. Number 1, make Claude interview you first. For example, you can tell Claude, before you answer, ask me any question that you need to perform this task properly, and watch it ask you questions that provide the context that needs to give you the best answers. The second thing is that to make the Claude check its own work. Watch it find its own mistakes, which is annoying because you think it won't do it in the first place, but it will give you a better output. You can use this every day by just saying check your work. Now before we go to the next level, we have to stop working from scratch every time. So how do you make Claude having this persistent memory? Now comes the level 2, the regular. The regular treats Claude like a workspace. They don't just chat with it, they use it in projects, which is a feature within Claude for their role. They use it per initiative, they use it per client, they use it per workflow. And what's cool is that Claude finally remembers who they are every time they come back. So the work gets better. So this is how you set them up the right way. So number 1, on the left side, you will see create a new project. Click that and then name the project the role you want to work in. And in this example, we will just take marketing. Okay, that's your role. Second, we need to build a master prompt for your role. So every time you chat with it, it knows you, who you are and what you are trying to accomplish. Now the cool part is you can ask Claude, type this in, interview me to build a master prompt for my role as a marketer. Watch Claude ask you questions, you answer it and then you get a file. That is your master prompt. And what a master prompt is, it is a file of instruction that tells the AI everything about you, how you like to work, what your team looks like, what tools you use, everything about your role. So that every time it gives you an answer, it asks you the information to guide its output. The third is we got to add the files. So now that we have a master prompt, let's go back into the project and that's our project file. Then any other documents you have within your company. Maybe it's a sample data, maybe it's an example, maybe it's files, maybe it's processes. Put that in the files directory with your master prompt. Now you have a customized space that has memory, that has context, that has your specific workflow for how you like to work. So for example, every time I sit down to create a YouTube video, I have a project folder, help me ideate and give me outlines and strategies. In my files, I gave it everything that it would need. I gave it my voice documents, my branding documents, my examples of previous scripts that I like. It has everything that I need to create outlines based on how I have done them in the past. And then I just direct it and then I hit enter and Claude gives me the outlines. Here's a pro tip. If you want to take projects to another level, do this. Ask the AI to interview you to create a system prompt for a specific workflow that you are trying to create with your chats. The master prompt is like your ingredients. That is everything about you, your context, etc. The system prompt is the recipe, it's the instructions, it's the process. So you probably already have a process, you just never documented it. So the AI can interview and get that thing as an output. So once you get that, just copy and paste the system prompt into your custom instructions and watch this thing run like a machine. That way, you have the same quality, the same format every freaking time that you use the project. So now your projects turn Claude into a workspace like a desk with a process and the whole thing's automated. But what about everything else? Think emails, calendars, work you have to do with the browser. Here comes the level 3, the integrator. The integrator plugs Claude into the tools where work actually lives. We use Gmail, Calendar, Drive, Stack, Notion. The integrator connects it to the Claude. So they stop bouncing around from all these different tools and tabs. Why would I have to go copy and paste an email when I can just tell Claude to get the email? The cool part is that you can build an act inside Claude. The integrator doesn't lead the tool, they do the work in the tool and then they send the information that the tool created it wherever it has gone. So here's how you operate at an integrator level. Number 1, we use connectors. Okay. So go through and connect your Gmail, your Drive, your Slack, your Notion and all these systems you have. It has the ability for you to connect all those data systems so that it will search those places next time you are chatting with it. 2. Build visualizations. This is my favorite feature in Claude is that I can get it visualize things. I can create graphs, bars, mockups all inside the chat. And even better, the third is to build interactive artifacts. These are like mini apps that you can have outputs that are clickable and sliders and buttons, and it makes learning or visualizing information or interacting with the data so much easier. And here's an advanced move that nobody talks about. You can actually paste text into the chat and tell it to put it inside Composer, which is like a Google Doc inside of chat. And then you can edit it and play with it so that it gets output exactly like you want. My clock is connected to Google Drive, to my Slack, to my calendar, to my email. So I tell it all the time, hey, look at my calendar, tell me what I'm missing. Look at my email, tell me what I need to know. I'm a consultant of my company. Scan Slack for the last week and give me a consultant level understanding of what's going on across the company. These are the things that I run almost on a daily basis so that I'm always on top of it. Now, if you want to level up with a pro tip, install Claude in Chrome. I use this all day long. Oftentimes I have a chat ask me to do something. I say, write the instructions for me. I paste it into Claude inside of Chrome within some site and I hit enter and it goes and does the work for me. Now, this is all super cool, but the truth is Claude's just helping you at this level. The next level, that's where Claude actually does the work for us. That's level 4, the operator. The operator, this is where you stop being the doer and you start becoming the director. I consider this the human in the loop, where the operator you are setting up tasks that run on their own. You just review things and you approve it. This is where you stop using Claude and you start deploying it to solve problems for you. And these are the 3 ways you can operate and deploy Claude to do the work for them. So number 1 is the system prompts. Essentially, you want to have Claude interview to create these system prompts for any type of output. So I believe that the future of intellectual property and what makes teams or companies valuable is that they have system prompts defined for things they create. Level 2 is skills. You will notice over time as you keep doing these things, these workflows, you can actually save them as skills. Claude has a bunch of skills that you can install. They have created hundreds of skills, everything ranging from financial skills to marketing skills, etc. But you might have some confidential things you do inside your company. If so, you want to create a slash, name it and run it and then make it as a skill. My rule is if I'm doing any work more than 3 times a week, I make it as a skill. For example, I'm always wondering what's going on within my company. So I created a company status skill that analyzes all the analytics and the matrices and the reports and everybody's updates and then gives me a cute, concise little update on the company as it is today. So I just type for a slash company status and it does it every time. Third is scheduling of Cowork task. Now, if you haven't heard of Cowork, that's an app that runs on your computer and it can literally take over your computer. So you can get it run a job like migrate from this system to another system, hit enter and go to have a dinner. Come back and see that it gets done. So what a great operator does is that it looks at the system prompts, it looks for the skills and he goes, hey, are these repeatable outputs that I can schedule and co-work to have it done every day? So for example, every night I get a message at 8 that shows me my following day and it looks at my emails and my calendars and lets me know everything I need to know as if I had a chief of staff. Then I know what tomorrow is going to hold. So if I had to make any last minute changes, I can do it. I set it once every night and so that I don't have to think about it every single night. The operator realizes with AI, they direct the work, they don't just do it. Now, this is a massive pro tip and it's called chaining your skills. So for example, you might have a copywriting skill that writes in your voice and then you're writing emails, which is also its own skill and it will use copywriting skill. And those 2 skills might be called in completely different skill that's all about automating your inbox. And those skills are like separately packaged little genius agents that all chain together to create an outcome. The whole pipeline is of chained skills. The operator is really using AI. So schedules and skills, those automate with your existing tools and connectors. But what if the tools don't exist yet? Now come the level 5, the builder. Essentially, what you can do is to use Claude to write code, build custom apps, dashboards, internal tools, all inside the Claude Code. Now Claude is not just answering questions anymore or setting up skills, it's literally shipping software. In this level, we are introducing a new level of Claude called the Claude Code. And just so you know, if you are in this level, you are among the 0.04% of the population. Most people aren't aware of this. Inside Claude Code, you can use 3 categories of building. The first, I call them loops. These are recurring jobs that do the work. They are similar to Cowork, but they run inside of a server and they can talk to other agents. They can talk to other systems, they can use other APIs. They are way more advanced, but they are loops because they are always running. Number 2 is tools. These are the tools you build for one-off situations. So you might build a tool for a project, you might build a tool to complete something. It's not going to be something that you would be doing forever, and that's why I consider them disposable. The third level is application. I'm talking real software. We conducted a hackathon recently and everybody was involved in that hackathon. I talked about building real working production softwares. One had built a system that manages all our workflows, every aspect of my personal life, the cards, the real estate, the investments, the budgets, everything. And the person that did this was not a programmer. In the world of AI, English is the new programming language. And now, if you want a pro tip, 100% of the time, before I build anything, I use a feature called plan mode. Essentially, you hit a forward/PL and then you just dump your ideas. It hears everything you said and then it will ask you questions if it needs, and then it will write complete plan and you will approve first before it writes any code. The reason why plan mode is so important is because people are always complaining, oh my god Aryan, it costs us so much now. It's cause they didn't plan up front. If you do this, I will save you a ton of money. And another pro tip is that of a Claude Code remote. And I use this every time I leave my laptop, wherein your terminal window where you're writing code, you can say forward/remote control and it will connect to your Claude app on your phone. It keeps writing code. Now, we just talked about how you can build tools, but what if you can learn how to build team members? Here where comes the level 6, the agent orchestrator. The orchestrator is the agent you design that actually runs something. So now it's a loop that keeps running a department, a process, a workflow, and you are no longer involved because you took all those pieces and we just talked about and you plugged it into Claude agent. Now you are the human on the loop, not the human in the loop. Claude stops being just a tool and it becomes now an infrastructure. Now there's a million ways to build an agent, but instead of telling you just one, so now I will give you a framework in order to teach you how to build agents. First, you have to start with one main agent. This is your agent. It could be your chief of staff agent. It could be your admin agent. I've got a managerial agent. This is your orchestrator. Mine is called Kane. It doesn't do anything really. It just directs another agent. I know this, it's crazy. Next, you have to go and create a specialized sub-agents. And each sub-agent owns a workflow. Your main agent communicates with the sub-agents and tells them what to do. The third is you connect your Telegram to talk to your agent through your phone. Relay is my real estate agent. He finds deals for me for where to invest in. And Kane checks this with Relay every day and reports back to me because he does it with all my agents. All done without me having to do anything. The agents think, they decide, they execute with all those parameters. See, we are building the machine that runs the machine. Your main agent is the machine. Now, here's a pro tip. I have a critique agent that my main agent will ask to go and review things like copywriting, research, anything so that it's done right. It creates a list of notes to make it easier. Give it back to the agent and it runs it again so that I always have the best output. So now, do you see how I am no longer involved in the work? I am the human on the loop. My partnership with the AI has allowed me to do way more work than I would have done otherwise. And you can do this too. Most people are just collecting Claude features. They are like, oh, I use that, I use this. But they don't actually make this as a part of their habit. So here's what I need you to do. Choose one of these features and make a commitment to do it for 30 days in a row. Maybe it's a Claude Chrome feature, maybe it's an advanced feature where you say, okay, every day I'm going to work on my agent. I don't know what that thing is for you. Leave a comment below and let me know what you're committed to.